Beautiful. Well, hello everyone. Good evening. Welcome to tonight's call. My name is Cameron Moss, and I'm honored to be on here with a little bit with you guys, speak with y'all a little bit about a topic that I'm very, very passionate about. We're going to respect your time tonight. We're going to give you a lot of great information in the matter of just a small block of time. So feel free to jot down any questions that you think of. I can take questions at the end, or we can connect separately, but we'll go ahead and dive right in, like I said, just to respect everyone's time. So we are so glad that you all could come on and join us tonight. And if you're not sure what you're on this call about, I'll just tell you a little secret now. It's a really amazing thing called ketones. So our outcome tonight is to, we're actually going to educate you a little bit through a story and an experience of one of our amazing provers. And then we're going to kind of explain to you a little bit more about what this product is that you'll hear her refer to, how you can get started with your experience, how you can try it out, how you can get your hands on it. And then if you're already using the product, you might hear some things that you're like, oh, wow, I didn't realize that was one of the benefits, but I've been noticing that. Or it'll give you that to look forward to in the future if you're just getting started. Maybe you're a couple days in, a couple weeks in. So we're going to give you a lot of great stuff that you'll be able to look forward to. And then at the very end, we'll share with you, if you have already gotten started, or you know that this is something that you're super excited about and you have a lot of friends that are doing keto, we'll just share with you how you can take advantage of our customer reward program. And even the opportunity side of things if you really want to help share this conversation. So I have asked a good friend of mine to share her story. She has a really awesome story, and there's a lot of value in it because, as you'll hear through her story, she actually started out with the ketogenic diet, but well before she found the product. So I always love to hear from people who have kind of been on both sides of the fence and then kind of take the fence down and just merge it all together and open it all up. So I'm going to go ahead and mute out, and I'm going to ask Miss Lola to go ahead and take the mic. And Lola, if you would just tell us a little bit about kind of where you were before your keto journey started, way back to the very beginning, and then just kind of take us through that process, if you will.
Thank you, Cameron. Thank you for that great introduction. Hi, everybody. My name is Lola. I live in Central California. I am 42. I'm a mother of 3. I do work full-time outside of the home. And what brought me to this whole wonderful space is I was a carb addict. I ate every single sugary, confection that I could find. My body would just crave it. So every day I had this 3 o'clock slump where I was literally falling asleep in my chair at work. And what brought me into this whole space was I was about to take on some big responsibilities at work. I went from being an assistant in my position to getting a full book of business with 3 agents. I'm in insurance. So it was a huge change in my responsibilities. And I knew that I needed to be, in best form. And I wasn't going to be able to be in this, comatose state every afternoon at 3 o'clock. So I had no idea at the time what keto was. I knew I needed to do something. I've been a serial yo-yo dieter my whole adult life. I've always been overweight my whole life. So it's always been a constant battle and trying to find something that I was going to be able to stick with. I've always said, I'm fabulous at losing weight, but it's the maintaining that has always been the kicker for me. I've never been able to maintain that weight loss. So a friend of mine started doing this crazy thing called the ketogenic diet. And she was eating bacon and cheese and avocados. And I thought, you might be onto something. I might be able to, I might be able to do that. And she was losing weight and losing inches. So about 30 days into her journey, I said, okay, I'm going to try this. What do I have to lose? So I did. I went full steam ahead. And for any of you that aren't familiar with the ketogenic diet, it's fairly hard to do. You really have to be committed to it. And I don't even like to call it a diet. It really is a lifestyle because everything that you do changes. You are reading every single ingredient because you don't want to eat any oils that will cause an inflammatory response in your body, or you don't want to eat any kind of sugars or, fake sugars out there that will throw your body out of ketosis. Because if you're having too many carbs, then your body will get thrown out of ketosis, and then it's a process of several days to get back in. But, I had great success with it. I committed 110% to it. I measured and tracked every single morsel of food I ate for the first 6 months. In my first 6 months of doing that, I dropped about 60 pounds. And that's when this same friend of mine, because, we all like to do what our friends do, right? Started drinking this magic juice. And didn't change anything of what she was doing. She was still eating the same. She was still working out the same. But she would send me, I was privy to the pictures, in the mirror with just the exercise bra on. And I could see this muscle definition starting to appear, out of seemingly nowhere. So I was like, what are you doing? And, I was hesitant at first. And I thought, no, my body is doing this on its own. My body's making its own ketones. So for a while, I just kind of watched on the sidelines. But then curiosity got the best of me and thought, what do I have to lose? I will try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Well, boy, did it work. I have a picture of my first 30 days where the same thing. I hadn't changed anything. I was still eating the exact same. And honestly, for the first year or so, I wasn't even working out much, because to this day, I'm not a big workout person. I know I should be. I know it's good for us and all, but I'm just not. So nothing really had changed other than starting to drink these ketones. And actually back then I was only drinking one a day. And the difference in my body and the fat loss was amazing. So that got me hooked. That was even before I started really, focusing in on the other little changes in my body. I think I just wasn't very in tune with my body back then. I didn't really notice all the little things. Like now I can think back, and aside from the fat loss, which obviously is awesome and brings many of us to it, I used to wake up every single hour, every night. I would fall asleep without any issues, but staying asleep was always something that I would just toss and turn and wake up. And I don't do that anymore. I fall asleep and, anyone that knows me, I've got animals. I'm an animal lover. So if, one of my cats pounces on me, I'll wake up, but I'll go right back to sleep. And, I've got the best sleep I've ever had. My mental focus, my mental clarity, even though, to this day, I'm still following a fairly strict keto diet. I do have my days where, if I want something, if we're out somewhere special, I do indulge in things that are not keto and they're a little bit higher carb, but, I consider my ketones my keto insurance. So if I'm going to have something, I immediately drink my ketones because they really do help. They help to stabilize your blood sugars and help to transition my body that is now going to get this influx of sugar that it's not used to. So it's giving it its ketone fuel source that it's used to now and helping me transition through that. So I honestly, I love my ketones. I can't imagine going a day without them now. One of the big reasons why I love them so much is they've helped to keep this lifestyle sustainable for me. While I do still keep an eye on what I'm eating, they do help it be livable. They do help with your cravings. I don't crave the sugar like I used to. And, like today I had a little bit of a lighter lunch, and about 2:00 I was starting to feel a little snacky. So normally I'm now on 2 ketones per day. Normally I mix up my second pack about 3 or 3:30 when I take my afternoon break. Well, today I cracked open the puppy a little bit early. I had it at 2:00 because I'd rather drink that than go and, look for a snack somewhere else. And that will sustain me, all the way through dinner time. So that has been the difference. So I am super proud to say I will have been keto and on this better journey. It'll be 2 years on the 26th of February. And I've now lost a total of 100 pounds. And I'm keeping it off, which is the first time, that I can say that in my whole life. Before that, I would lose weight. And once I'd get close to my goal, I slowly but surely would start going back to my old habits and sneaking in things here or there. And before you know it, you're back to where you started. But I really think that we've got the missing link to that, to help keep you on track and help keep your body, stable, where you're not craving all those extra things. So I can't say enough good things. They have made such a difference in my life. And as I know they have for many other people that, that I've helped now as well. So whether or not you're following a keto diet, I know it from both ends, and I say now I can have the best of both worlds. But now, now I know for the last year and a half, I've been drinking ketones, and I know you don't have to. I've got many people I know who are not following, any kind of a strict diet at all, or following, low carb or keto at all, and have had just as great of results. So it really is like the easy button to get yourself into ketosis within that one serving, and you can go on with your life. It doesn't have to be, all consuming.
Yes, absolutely, man. 100%. Everything you said. Yeah. So true. So relatable to so many people. Thank you so much for sharing that. I mean, that's amazing. And I think it's incredible. I think it's really cool that you started out like for the focus, like you said, you got a promotion at work. So it was like, okay, I can't be falling asleep. I need to be on point. And now just to see how much your whole life has changed completely. I mean, 100 pounds down, that's like a whole person. That's incredible. And just what a gift, the good health, and what a gift that you've been able to help so many people with as well. So awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Really appreciate you.
No
Absolutely. So you guys heard Lola mention the ketogenic diet before. Is everybody kind of familiar with the ketogenic diet? Has anybody like never heard of the ketogenic diet? Okay, cool. So like at this point, most people have pretty much heard of it at least. It's a very popular conversation in today's day. Back whenever my journey got started 4 years ago this month, actually, keto was not talked about like it is today. People still were not sure about it. There was still a lot of concern of the safety and this and that. And over the last 4 years, there's been so much research to surface to the point where it's undeniable. The power of ketones is undeniable. The reason that people do a ketogenic diet is to get their body to produce ketones, because when they deplete their body of the anything that it can use to make glucose, they stop the carbs and sugar. You uptake your fat, your good healthy fats, and what happens is your body actually starts to produce these ketones. And that's wonderful and it's amazing, but it's a process that a lot of people have a hard time sticking to, and it takes a lot of planning and a lot of prepping and things that a lot of people just aren't willing to necessarily do. So that's where the ketones comes in that you mentioned. You heard Lola mention about 60 pounds into her journey. Her friend, who she also saw starting keto, was starting the drinks and the keto drinks and sharing, and you could see her just leaning out like crazy. And I was blessed to watch both of these ladies' journeys, Lola and Elizabeth, her friend who introduced her, and my Disney girls. They love Disney. Disney pals. So this is what a pack of the ketones looks like. It's super simple, which is, for me as a busy mom and a business owner, that's what attracted me to this, was the ability to just dump this in some water and shake it up and go. I can literally have packs thrown around in my purse. You can grab a bottle of water from anywhere. It doesn't require a blender. Like, I was like, that's magical. Mix it up in some water, shake it up and drink it once a day to start out. If you want to work up to 2 a day, Lola mentioned having that second serving in the afternoon. Totally fine. You can totally do that. As you heard her say, she follows a ketogenic diet. You don't have to follow a ketogenic diet. A lot of people do low carb and they do great with that. So you can literally do that either way. And there's a really great way that you can get started. It comes in a lot of different flavors, and we have a brand new kit. It's called our Drink Ketones Challenge Kit. And it comes in a box very similar to this. And it's got 20 flavors, and it's a variety of half caffeine, half non-caffeine, and it's a variety of 5 different flavors. So it's, you're going to have our 5 main flavors. You're going to have 10 caffeinated, 10 non-caffeinated, and you're going to have little instructions. And we're also going to give you additional instructions and support, based on what your goals are. But basically, it gives you a foolproof plan that you follow, and you just drink the ketones and you let the magic happen, and you see and you feel for yourself, and you decide what flavor that you want to go with. And then you just do it. Like, you just make that commitment and you do it. And I told someone today, a friend of mine who's young and she's had some health issues present themselves. And I said, and she's not used the ketones recently. She tried them out like a long time ago and just never, like, I haven't seen her in a while. And I was like, you have to do this, but you have to I want you to commit to 3 months, because I want, when it's a matter of improving your health, we're not going to be able to see or feel that necessarily in a week's time. Like, that's not even realistic. You know what I mean? So if it's for health, I'm like, hey, commit to 90 days, like allow your body to heal from the inside out, so that you can experience the results of that, right? And to really be able to tell. So I like to encourage people to get started with that challenge kit because there's a really good low introductory price of $99 if you're just starting out. And then you can decide what flavor you want. You can decide what you want to get per month, a box, 2 boxes, and you can get your journey started, and you can go after whatever you want to achieve with this. You're going to have coaches, you're going to have support, you're going to have accountability. You're not going to be in this alone. We've got snack list. We've got a very detailed guide for those that want that. Whatever you want, like, we have it. This is a path that we've been on now for, like I said, about 4 years of just helping people really truly transform their life and find their better with the use of exogenous ketones. It's safe for anyone, womb to tomb. Literally, children use it. It's completely natural, no artificial colors, flavors, sweeteners. It's just pure therapeutic ketones. You've got some amino acids and some vitamins in here, but super, super safe, super, super clean. That's another thing I absolutely love about it. And that's it, you guys. Like I said, easy, comes in different flavors, great variety, and just a really awesome, wholesome product for everyone all the way around. And Lola mentioned some of the benefits, but just to hit on those again, better sleep, better mood, better energy, better focus, fat loss, cognition, muscle preservation, just to name a few. Now, I think I went a little long on that, so I'm just going to share the last couple minutes. I want to just tell you how to get started. So you're going to want to get with the person who invited you to this call or shared this with you. You're going to get their referral code. You're going to get their challenge link. Okay, they're going to give you a website. You're going to go on. You're going to create your account, and you're going to order. It'll ship to you in a couple days. You'll have the ability to set up as an advantage of getting started, and as a like, congratulations, thank you for getting started. You actually can set up your next order at 22% off, which will be 30 days out. You can change that. You can cancel that at any time. Super easy. When you become a customer, or if you're already a customer, you'll actually have a referral code of your own. So it may be like your name, for example. So then let's say Lisette's drinking it, and her neighbor's like, what are you doing? What are you drinking? Hi, Lisette. Sorry, you're right on my screen, so I have to use you as an example. Your neighbor says, hey, what are you doing? What are you drinking? Or maybe you've got coworkers that are doing keto, and you say, hey, here's my referral code. Go ahead and go on and order. As a customer, when you have your SmartShip set up, you actually, if you get 2 people that order and set up SmartShip as well, you can earn your ketones for free the very next month. All you're going to pay is the shipping. You're going to get Prove It bucks. That's going to cover at least a box of ketones. And then you can continue to share from there. Most of our customers take advantage of that customer referral program because it's just kind of a mindless thing that happens. Like, it's easy. People want to know what you're doing, and they want to do it with you. They want to try it. They're looking for something. So you definitely share that referral link, get your ketones for free. Ketones taste amazing, but free ketones taste so much better. It's like, you don't even have to think about it. You know what I mean? You don't have to go, oh, I have to plan for my money. I need to budget my money and get it decided. No, they're just going to come. And at the same time, you're giving people the same gift that you were given to transform their life and get back to their best version of themselves. Now, a lot of the times what happens is after, it's like it's hard to put a cap on just 2 people, because people really start to see you change, and you become more and more passionate about it as you experience these changes. So we do have a promoter program. We like to actually just call it partners. Like, you can become a partner, you can become a business partner of ours. And all that means is you decide that you want to share this with more people. Maybe you're an entrepreneur. Maybe you see the bigger opportunity here. You see, I know we've got Brenda on the line. I'm not sure if she ever got her volume working, hopefully, but she was like, oh my gosh, I work in a medical office, and everyone's doing keto. Like, I would be crazy not to sell this to my friends, like they need to know about this. So at that point, you pay $37 a year, and you can get a starter pack, a promoter pack that gives you some product to have on hand, some samples to start selling, to start sharing, to start having these keto life parties like we have, which gives people an idea of what the product is, lets them try it out. And you share the conversation that way, and you're compensated for that. When you do that, we ask you, hey, what do you want to do with this? Do you want to just casually share it? Like, do you see yourself selling it to, like, just whoever kind of comes to you? Or do you really want to go out and help spread this conversation? Like, do you have goals and dreams that you want to use Prove It as the vehicle to kind of get you there? Like, let's do this together. Let's partner up, and let us plug you into the resources that we have. And then let's lock arms and go together and go share this conversation, because it's really super simple, and we like to keep it simple. And it's really easy to overcomplicate things, but we always end up going back to the basics, which is share the magic powder because it works and people are going to feel it. And we have all the resources. You guys, every Wednesday we have like a 30-minute Facebook Live with a doctor that goes through everything you could imagine. Like, we don't have to be doctors. We don't have to be scientists. We literally can plug people into that and let them learn at whatever level they want. So I want to tell you guys about a resource that I would love for you to check out. It's called Prove It TV, and it's proveit.tv, and you can punch it right into your browser. There's some incredible videos, you guys, in there. It's about the product. There's videos about the opportunity. You can punch in like promoter if you're like, ooh, that sounds interesting. Like, I want to know more about that. Punch in promoter. It'll bring up the promoter video. Thank you, Yesenia. But spend a few minutes on there. Get back to the person, if you will, that invited you on here. Say, hey, I made it on the call. This is what I learned. Like, wow, that lady Lola's story was amazing. Like, I want to do this. I know people that want this. But we're so happy that you took this time truly to come on for a few minutes and hang out with us and learn a little bit more about the conversation. And we look forward to talking to you more one-on-one. We love to keep this short and sweet because it makes it where you can hop on, you can get what you need out of it, and you're not dedicating a whole hour to learning about this. And also in the future, you know, you can invite people on as well to learn. This is one of the many platforms that we use to share the conversation. So we thank you so much. Your presence matters. We're so glad you decided to spend this time with us. And hit us up, shoot us a message, call us, Facebook us, let us know. Let's get you started. Let's get your 10-day Drink Ketones Challenge ordered and get you on your way. So with that, have an amazing night, and we will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.